Hello, Dad. This is Jay Warren. This is the Dadhood Journey podcast, and today's topic is this: book learning for Dad. Let's do it.
Hi, my name's Nico, and you're listening to my dad, Jay Warren. This is the Dadhood Journey podcast. Thanks for listening. Pretty good. Now can we listen to it?
Yep. All right, so it is a back-to-school time, as I've been talking about for the last couple of weeks. There's all kinds of stuff that comes up in parenthood and our kids when they're going back to school, but what about Dad? Dad, you need to learn too. There's stuff there for you as well. I'm speaking to myself, of course. I have recently really opened myself up to, I need some new information, new ideas, not just in strategies, but kind of like the bigger picture things, because I've definitely gotten bogged down in the day-to-day and I'm losing sight of the big picture. I do that all the time, even though I try to keep the big picture stuff. I lose sight of it. So the more that I personally, one of the things that helps me is having books and articles and things to read and be inspired by and get new ideas for, whether that's business or my health or whatever it is. And in this case, it's dadhood. And I've accumulated a bunch of different books that I'm going to start pouring through. One, so I can even make a list of these if you guys are interested. And I want to hear books that have really helped you as well. And this is specifically on fatherhood and dadhood. But when I finished, over the summer, I finished it and it was really good. I kind of browsed over it again. It's called Raising Men by Eric Davis. And it is specifically about fathers to boys. So it might not apply to all of you dads here that have daughters, but the principles involved in it are true for all kids because he had daughters as well as sons. This was just something he, as a title, wrote for Raising Men. And he is an ex-Navy SEAL. He does a lot of work, or did a lot of work in the corporate world afterwards. He's doing men's trainings, men's group that look really interesting. But his writings are very, very good, and I've really enjoyed them. I heard him on a couple of podcasts and picked up his book, and that is one I would highly recommend. So it's Raising Men by Eric Davis. The one that came just this weekend in the mail to me, I'm really excited about it. I have not read it, so I can't recommend it yet because I haven't poured through it. But it's called, what is it called? I'm looking through the title of it right now. It's called The Power of Dadhood: How to Become the Father Your Child Needs. And it's Michael Smith. And this is a book I've seen a lot in the dads forums, in articles written about dadhood and the like. They reference him a lot. He's a grandfather now. So he's been through parenthood and grandparenthood and seeing his kids become parents and the like. And it came highly recommended from all of those sources that I've been pouring through and kind of like the online world. So I'm going to jump into it, and it didn't disappoint. I opened up the cover and the opening intro about just principles to teach your kids, reading through that, I'm like, man, that is a creed right there. I don't know it off the top of my head, and I don't have the book in front of me right now to be able to tell you what they are, but you'll be hearing a lot more about that, because just like with Raising Men, there's a lot that I learned that in tidbits I'm going to go through and share here. And then the same thing with the Dadhood book. I want to pour through that, and anything I'm learning that I can share here to help, I think would be great. There's another book that I really like. It's called The Father's To-Be Handbook. That's a book that I recommend to a lot of new dads in my practice. Maybe I'm taking care of the moms during their pregnancy, and I recommend this to have their husbands read. And I don't remember the authors, but it's The Father's To-Be Handbook. it's not out of print, but it's harder to find. Amazon, you can get it like anything else, but it takes a while to get it because it's a small publisher. But that's another really good book. Those are just 3 off the top of my head that I'm working on and will be working with. Because anytime I read something else or even have a conversation or hear another dad talking about it or another parent, like it helps me. So I'm a book reader. I love reading. I love writing. I love getting more information and putting in the brain and seeing where it comes out to my parenting experience. So those are to come. Partly of me, I wanted to share those books with you just so you have them as resources. But then also I'm saying this out loud that I'm going to share this with you so that in an accountability sense, I do it and I go through those books, and that'll allow me to learn it in a different level, because instead of just reading it and going to sleep, it'll be something that I read, digest, and then in a quote teaching sense, sharing it here with you, it'll anchor it in even more, and hopefully it'll help you as a dad. And I also want to hear about other books that you've done or read that have been really helpful and that you could add to the list. Maybe we can create a kind of dad's reading book, reading list to help out if you're a reader, and other resources that are there. That's an idea to throw out there. So until next time, take good care of yourselves. Take good care of your families. Yeah, there's just a lot. We really need to take care of ourselves, take care of our families, and be taken care of. Let's just keep sharing. Let's connect on the next episode. And till the next time, be well.
I hope you enjoyed that episode. You can hang out with other dads in our Facebook group. Just go to Facebook, search for the Dadhood Journey, and apply to get in. See you there, and see you on the next episode. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Perfect.
There you go, Dan.